Hey everyone, welcome to Greenlight. So today we're going to be talking about Blu-ray Tuesday movies, and we're going to be talking about Batman: The Long Halloween Part 2. Also, at the end of this, stay tuned because I'm going to really give away movie code giveaway today for Luca, which you see up right here, and then we're gonna see who wins and all that stuff. And I'll give a shout out for anybody that's on um, uh, the live chat and stuff like that as well. So let's get started right now. All right. So, I didn't have my headphones hooked up here. It felt kind of strange not being able to hear myself. But my name is Jovanni Santos, as you can see here on the bottom right here. And you can follow us here on Instagram. We do a lot of Blu-ray, behind the scenes kind of stuff, where we talk about the Blu-rays and their special features, and we geek out about the artwork as well and stuff like that. And I get into a lot of digital filmmaking tutorials and videos and stuff like that here on this channel. So, excuse me. And this being live and all, I try my best to give a shout out to everybody that's on the live chat. So if you're on the live chat right now, go ahead and comment as to whichever Blu-ray you're looking to purchase this week, and or which one do you think that stands out to you for filmmaking, special features and stuff like that. Because that's really what I like to dive into here and get really into letting people know documentaries that are out that are inside some of these Blu-rays. All right, so let's get started with our first one. I'm going to take a little swig of water here. And let's get started with our first Blu-ray today. So, if you haven't been here before, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, because we do videos like this every week, and I'm always doing live videos of Blu-rays every week like this on Tuesday, Blu-ray Tuesday Live. And that's what I'm coining it now as, is Blu-ray Tuesday, and I'm just gonna keep it as Blu-ray Tuesday Live. So let's start with Batman: The Long Halloween Part 2. I do own Long Halloween Part 1 on a Steelbook case. I tried to get this second one on the Steelbook, got sold out so fast. I'm guessing that once the first one came out and got sold out, people were just like all over getting the second one. But it's so cool here on the left, having right here in the front, in the foreground right here, we have Two-Faced, and we have his ugly half of his face, and then it's cutting him in half, where the other half is cutting the Joker's face in half in the foreground as well, so you can put them side by side and have part one on the left, because we start, reading from left to right, you know what I'm saying? So this is the front cover without the slip. It does come with a slip cover for it, but this is the front Blu-ray cover of the regular one. And I do have the Steelbook case here to show you as well as the back end for that as well. So this is the Steelbook case, not too far off from part one, and as well as the Blu-ray copy of the slipcover. So thank goodness for I believe it was eBay or something like that. I got this photo, which is the back end of the Long Halloween Part 2. Now we could dive into the special features, and this is what I always get into. This is an R-rated animated feature for the DC Universe. And I say this here all the time, DC Universe movies, the animated DC Universe movies are phenomenal. The storylines are so I'm just gonna go on with the word hardcore, because they're pretty hardcore as far as like their big features. The only thing that can hold a candle to these animated feature movies is the Joker film, the one that won an Academy Award, the R-rated Joker film. So it's just very, very close in line with DC and all. And if you're a big fan like I am of DC, you understand this. They can go very dark. And they're the only ones that can do that. Marvel can go and try to do that as much as they can, and they can get very close, especially since they have Disney behind them, with all their dark feature films and Tim Burton stuff. But they can try, but it's not going to be as authentic as in the story and authentic to the characters within the DC universe. So this is really cool. So special features are the sneak peek to their next animated feature, which is Injustice, which is one that a lot of people are waiting for too. So let me know on the live chat or in the comments down below of the playback whether or not you're interested in Injustice. I can't wait for that too. As a movie, I hear the game was phenomenal. I almost tried to watch the whole game. I've talked about it with friends and stuff like that. So let's just move on to our next thing I see here too. Plus, from the DC Vault, 2 bonus cartoons. So that's really cool, and they usually do this, most of them, most of these DC Universe animated features. I do want to say that they also include usually interviews or like audio commentary type of stuff, and I usually recommend checking those out. There's none in this one, but I believe in the first one there was at least a commentary or a little interview with people that created it, that created the feature. So, and usually they get into a little bit more on how they made the feature film and, translating it from comic to even, video or live action or animation or whatever have you. It's a different medium. And these mediums take different beats to tell the story. So there's just things in there that just doesn't you can't translate them very well. So maybe they just shorten the scene because maybe the beat is just not the dramatic beat is just not there. You understand? So they need to bring it closer sometimes when it comes to film, just because it's part of entertainment. Even with novels and stuff, they can go on and explaining details of stuff and and explain it within like a couple pages or something like that. But for us, a minute of screen time is 1 page, of a screenplay, and that's how they would say it. So that's where you would go in your detail in that 1 page. But not multiple pages and stuff. So with all that being said, let's move on. Let me know in the comments down below if you're looking to purchase the Long Halloween Part 2 from the Batman Long Halloween Part 2. So let me know in the comments down below, or of the playback, or in the live chat, and I'll give you a shout out. So let's move on to our next film. All these films we're talking about here have IMDb links in the description below, so you can check out the filmmakers, check out the trailers, check out the cast and crew, even the technical specs. Now, with our next film that we have out here today is The House Next Door. This is basically a sequel to Meet the Blacks. This is Meet the Blacks Part 2. And this is more in line of, if you remember Scary Movie 1 and 2 and stuff like that. But this has Mike Epps and Cat Williams. And these guys are one of the best actors out there just to do improv, and that's what I'm trying to think of, the word improv, and you don't see that a lot in film and stuff like that, but you see it a lot in comedies, and these guys are phenomenal in that world. So I know even if they cut it together and stuff like that, they always cut in little improvisational scenes or lines and stuff like that you will find in the film. So I love it when they do that kind of stuff, and these men, they do that all the time in their movies. So I'm expecting that here in Part 2. They did that a lot in Part 1 as well. But what I'm saying, this is like along the lines of like Scary Movie and Scary Movie 2. The Wayans, one of the Wayans brothers came back, the guy who plays Smokey. I can't remember his name right now. I think his name is Marlon Wayans. Yeah, it's Marlon Wayans, and I think he's coming out with a new movie called Respect this weekend. So expect me to respect that film with a behind the scenes on this channel. So go ahead and expect that coming out very soon this week. But yeah, Marlon Wayans came out with a horror film on his own too, and he tried to do something different and stray away from the whole Scary Movie 1 and 2, even though that franchise went on ahead and just it killed itself, I guess. So everyone's trying to just go off and do something different. So I really, really give it to these men for doing this, for Mike Epps, because I know he was in the first one. I don't remember if Cat Williams was in the first one, but I think he's just in the second one, or he's in both. But let me know in the comments down below if you have seen this film and you're looking to purchase it yourself, and or want to go ahead and check it out on IMDb. Go ahead and check it out after this live stream. So I'm going to move on to our next film. Our next film that's out on Blu-ray today is another big feature film, and it has Pierce Brosnan. And who do I see here? I see Nick Cannon. I don't know why they put his name all the way at the end here. And then there's Tim Roth, I think there. That's another big name. But Nick Cannon, I haven't seen Nick Cannon in a film in a long time. This trailer really jumped out at me as something very entertaining. I don't know if it was shot in Miami or not, but there's a lot of these movies, they're just being shot in Miami now. Me being a Miami native, it just is just something that inspires me, because growing up in film and everything, and growing up in Miami, there's not a lot of movies being shot there ever. And at the time, when I was going to the Art Institute, it was just this Transporter 2 and like Bad Boys and Bad Boys 2 and stuff like that, and Too Fast, Too Furious. So, there's not too many. I believe this is one of those movies that takes place in there, but the story came out and jumped out at me. I really recommend checking out the trailer. If you're into action films and you're into movies, just 90s action films. If you're coming from, levels of geek and stuff like that, like those guys there, like Alex, he totally gets into action films and stuff like that, and that's really where I come from when it comes to 90s blockbuster action movies. So this falls under the line that line of action films. So check it out, The Misfits. I have IMDb links in the description below where you can check out the filmmakers, check out the cast and crew, and the trailers, and even the technical specs, and see what kind of camera equipment they were working with on this film. But anything to do with inspiration here, that's what we cover here. I want to make sure that you're inspired and find your inspiration easily, especially when it comes to these Blu-rays, and knowing which ones to purchase, and what you can expect from these things too. So I do not have the back end for any of these movies here right now, from Meet the Blacks 2 on all the way to The Misfits. And on a lot of these, since they're independent movies, they're harder to get the back ends. A lot of them don't even have behind the scenes, even if they do have a back end of these Blu-rays. So, but I do invite you, if you do end up finding them, to go ahead and send them to my Greenlight Instagram, and I will give either a reprisal on the Instagram story, or bring it back within next week's Blu-ray Blu-ray Tuesday, So as long as it's educational, I'll bring it back. If it has like a huge documentary or something on one of these independent films on how to make an independent film, those type of stuff are really worth it on this channel for me. And it's something that I used to look after a lot when growing up in collecting DVDs and DVD collector's editions and stuff. So let's move on to our next film. Our next film is Occupation Rainfall. Occupation Rainfall is out on Blu-ray today. It's a sci-fi film, and you can go ahead and check out the trailers in the description below with the IMDb links that I have there for the filmmakers, for the cast and crew, and everybody there that you can check out as well. And we're going to move on to, because I don't have a backup for this one either, and we're going to move on to our next Blu-ray release. So when I usually don't have backends, I usually just kind of move on to them throughout, but I do have one release at the end here that I would love to talk about. So this is our next release today with, it has a lot of big stars here, even Al Pacino included in this film. Highly recommend this film, American Traitor, The Trial of Axis Sally. So this is based on a true story. So I highly recommend that, and especially when if you know the true story, and then going to watch the film and seeing how they translate it as well. It's kind of like watching. I mean, I guess it's not kind of like watching Harry Potter and then reading the book, or vice versa. But basically seeing how they translate it onto film is good for any filmmaker or writer, or anyone starting off just trying to get the idea of how to make a film and how to even approach, wrapping your brain around creating a feature length film or a story, even within your own head, just so you could wrap your brain around it. Sometimes wrapping your brain around it is the hardest thing to get past when you're young. And if I could break through that here for you, break through that noise here for you, maybe you can surpass me and everybody else, out there. There's so many cool things, so many cool equipment and stuff to just create these things. So that's why I say this. So with all that being said, American Traitor has an IMDb link in the description below. So go ahead and check it out in the description below, and find out the filmmakers, check out the filmmakers, check out the cast and crew, even the trailer for this film. So we're going to move on to our next film. And our next feature film out is My Heart Can't Beat Unless You Tell It To. Man, I don't think I saw this trailer. I missed it completely. I'm not sure what it's about exactly, but it is out on Blu-ray today. It's an independent film, and it's out on Blu-ray. I highly suggest going to check out the IMDb in the description below after the live chat, after the live. And go ahead and check that out. Check out the filmmakers, check out the trailers and everything like that as well. It's out today on Blu-ray, and we're going to move on to our last release out on Blu-ray. And our last release out on Blu-ray today is Superstars, the documentary extended version. So I believe, I'm not sure if this is, I think this is a re-release, or it's just a straight up new release. I am checking really quickly here. I just want to make sure. I mean, it says it's a straight up release. So it was released in 2020. It's a 2020 documentary, and it was released this year on Blu-ray. So it is a new release. It says extended version here, the making of the 1973 classic film. And this is basically about Jesus Christ Superstar. If you ever heard of the film Jesus Christ Superstar. And I'm not a huge advocate of like pushing on my beliefs onto others, but I'm a huge we're big in we're Christians in the Santos family household. Me and my wife and son, we do pray. We pray every night, and we believe in God. We do not believe in barreling it, like pushing it upon anybody and stuff like that. It's a spiritual journey and all that as well. So, that whole thing, I try not to like incorporate that too much here in this channel, but it is part of me, and that's who I am. And another thing that's part of me and who I am is filmmaking. And especially when it comes to something like this, and a whole documentary dedicated to the filmmaking of a Christian film, or a film that really broke through, kind of like Passion of the Christ broke through the noise of just the whole popularity and just pop culture and everything, and just broke through that noise and really told you exactly what Jesus had done for us, and sacrificing himself for our souls, to make us more pure. So with all that being said, and things, whenever I see that, combining together, my passion tends to arise to the brim. So forgive me here. I'm really trying to, keep it together and try to keep all the good information together. And I really highly recommend checking this out and really seeing what stuff you can learn from filmmaking, maybe more about the film itself. Even being a Christian myself, I yet to have seen Jesus Christ Superstar, and it is a big musical. So after this, I might even check it out. I might even look into checking out the documentary afterwards too. It's something that I love doing. I like seeing the movie first before I go into the making of. So I get an idea of, because sometimes they don't paint the picture exactly how they got that shot that's in the film. sometimes you gotta, read between the lines and look at all the equipment they have on set, the location and everything of where they may have shot that. So you kind of put two and two together. Between that and commentaries, you might even arise to the answer a lot quicker. If not, there's always my channel, Greenlight, and that's where I try to bring all that together here for you. So I love this documentary. Love it, love it, love it. This is amazing documentary that's out. So go ahead and check it out. Let's, get into the giveaway, and let's see if other people's prayers have come true, and somebody wins a new movie this week. This is something that I've started during the pandemic, and I really love being able to do giveaways and give away a movie and have something new for someone to watch out there during Blu-ray Tuesdays, so they're not, alone today with a new film or not, and they're just not alone today on a Blu-ray Tuesday. We all got to start somewhere, and even though times are hard, eventually you'll start your Blu-ray collection, or you'll be getting your new Blu-ray on Tuesday, or maybe today's the day that you're purchasing your new Blu-ray Tuesday movie, and it's Batman or Superstars, the documentary, because you want to learn about filmmaking and you want to get more involved in that, or getting into a documentary about filmmaking, maybe it's just is heartwarming to you, because it is to me. So let's just move on from that. And because I got a little emotional there. Let's get into the giveaway. So as you see here, I did do a giveaway recently on Only at Target Luca Pixar movie boxing for the 4K Luca. And what I do here is I use this app called TubeBuddy. It shows up here. It's a Google Chrome app. So it's a Google Chrome extension app. So go ahead on Google Chrome if you want to, Google Chrome. And if you have that, and you got to use Google Chrome to use it. So it'll just show up once you download it and everything like that. And for free, you get a bunch of different tools, SEO stuff and stuff like that. If you ever used vidIQ, I have it up here too, vidIQ as well in here. It's like vidIQ in the bottom over here, but then flashing red right here is TubeBuddy. So I use that to pick a winner and make it really, really fair for people. Let me center this up a little bit here so we can see the person that wins today. All right, and all right. So I'm gonna I'm gonna pick a winner. I'm not gonna take a piss all over this, but I'm gonna pick a winner. But basically, when I pick a winner, if it is somebody that has won before recently, I try to pick somebody that's new, or a new person on the channel in general, so a brand new person can win. And it just makes people feel special, when they do that kind of stuff. So also, you got to make sure that you have your Instagram account, so I could even send it to you. If not, I have to press pick a winner again and pick another winner. So that's what I'm trying to point out here. So we're gonna press the button now. All right, so it says here the winner is Steve, and I have to check I would check my phone right now. Let me check my phone. And as I'm doing that, I'm just checking my Instagram to make sure that Steve here, I feel like I've seen your account before, so I'm just making sure. I gotta make sure, Let's see here. So, yeah, Steven hasn't won at all. Dude, you haven't won anything at all, so congratulations on winning Luca. You have Luca now, and on 4K, and I believe nowadays they're doing little behind the scenes too, and they're adding some special features and stuff like that. So let me know, Steve, if you get any special features from this movie code that I give you today, and go ahead and I'm gonna send you a message, since you have it here open, that I can send you a message on Instagram, and you can follow me and stuff like that, and go ahead and let me know in the comments below of this live chat how happy you are receiving that, and let me know about those special features as well. With all that being said, let me see here who's on the live chat. You know, I'm always trying to remember to remember everybody on the live chat, and give everybody kind of I see myself kind of popping in here and there a little bit. I think I got to figure out this Wi-Fi thing that's going on, but I found it a lot smoother this time around. But there's nobody here on the live chat, so I really appreciate it. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. We do a lot of videos like this every week. I also come out with a lot of digital filmmaking videos, just like advices and things like just equipment and things like that that I come across during my filmmaking journey. Also, I do Blender videos, so go ahead and check those out. Go ahead and check out On Set with Greenlight as well if you want to see a Suicide Squad behind the scenes of a lot of movies that are out in theaters on this weekend, as well as maybe even free guy. I'm trying to see if I can find a way to make a free guy behind the scenes as well. There's not a lot of material out there for that, as well as definitely doing a respect one, so you can expect that this by this weekend. You should expect a respect behind the scenes, so I'm definitely going to get started on that right away. Excuse me, and I'll see you here next time. Later.